Morning, everybody.
Good morning. How are you feeling, Mr. Davingio?
I'm okay. Really more just a precaution to be here today.
All right.
Hold on, Jack.
We are getting some feedback, aren't we?
Okay. No. Um,
95 years old, and she outlived most of her children. Yes, sir.
Anything else?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, if I can get the three of you to raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call shall be the truth so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Davingio.
Now can we hear you?
Okay, you are muted,
Well, we might have muted
and
it.
we are muted too.
Did this mute everything?
Is the feedback okay now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go right ahead.
We're here today to open an administration on Miss Jackson. She passed without a will, and my client feels like there's a need to probate her estate. So we've filed for an application and also asking to determine heirship this morning. I have talked with the witnesses this morning, and they've all had an opportunity to review their proofs. I'll start with Mr. Muhammad. Sir, if you would state your complete name. And sir, you've had a chance to look at the proof of death and other facts. Are all the facts that are stated within that proof true and correct?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that we need to probate her estate to give you access to the assets that you can get everything distributed to the heirs. Is that correct?
That's correct.
In just a bit, the clerk will give you an oath to sign, asking you to confirm your willingness to serve. Are you willing to serve as the administrator?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. At this time, I would call Anthony Stewart.
Yes, I'm Anthony Stewart.
Mr. Stewart, if you could talk with the court about how long you've known the family.
Most of my life, we lived in the same neighborhood, so
And you're familiar with the family facts of the entire family.
yes, sir, I am.
And we've also provided you with a proof of facts. Have you had a chance to review that proof?
Yes, I have.
And were all those facts true and correct?
Yes, they are.
Okay, you can go ahead and sign that, just as your name is typed on there, sir.
Okay.
At this time, I would call Glenn Holmes. Sir, if you could state your name, please.
Glenn Holmes.
Sir, if you could briefly tell the court how long you've known the family.
Over 60 years.
And have you also had an opportunity to review the proof of facts that was provided to you before coming to court today?
Yes,
Were all those facts true and correct?
yes.
Sir, if you would also sign your name as indicated on the second page, please. You have no further questions.
Do you have any questions of these witnesses? Court takes notice of your report. All right. Muhammad, I've signed the judgment declaring heirship and the order authorizing it in an administration. And authorizing the clerk to issue letters of administration. And Mr. DeVenzio will get those letters of administration for you from the county clerk's office that will authorize you to marshal the assets of the estate and to distribute them in accordance with the declaration of heirship that's in line with the Texas Estates Code. This is a guide that you can take with you. It explains the probate process and what your duties are. So take some time to review that. Make sure you cooperate with Mr. DeVenzio in doing an inventory. The Estates Code requires one to be filed within 90 days today. He'll explain to you what that involves. But other than that, Mr. DeVenzio.
Judge, I did have another one, but we got that one canceled this weekend. We'll get that one rescheduled. So I'm done.
All right. Y'all have a great week. Thank y'all for coming in.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
You too, appreciate it.
Have a good day, Trent.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
We have Mel
Take care.
Schlinger, Mel Schlinger, and Jeff.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bill Schlinder and who?
Jeff
JJ.
Adams.
Oh, Jeff Adams.
Who we going with?
Jeff Adams, Donna Hebert, deceased. Okay, it's trying to tell me to install the latest Windows update.
Hurry up.
Okay. Ms. Leffel
Yes, sir.
and Ms. Kaminsky, can you hear me? You are muted. Down there at the bottom left of your screen, if you have a touch screen, there should be a microphone button that will unmute you. All right. Ms. Leffel and Ms. Kaminsky, if you'll raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this cause to be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Do.
Okay, since we're doing this by Zoom, I'm gonna do some of your attorney's work because I have the original of the will. I'm gonna hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Donna Sue Hebert. Do y'all recognize that as being her last will and testament?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna go back to the signature page. Ask you if you recognize that as being her signature.
Yes.
And to your knowledge, after the date she made this will, which appears to have been on October 19th of 2017, did she ever modify it or revoke it?
Nope.
Nope.
All right. Go right ahead, Mr. Adams.
Thank you, Judge. I'll start with Linda. Linda, state your full name for us, please.
Linda K. Leffel,
And what's your relationship to Miss Donna Aber?
oldest daughter,
Okay. Now, your mom died when?
September 30th, 2023.
All right. And at the time of her death, she maintained a permanent residence in Jefferson County. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
She left a will dated October 19th, 2017.
Yes.
We've seen that original will that's been filed with the court already.
Yes, sir.
Did Donna have or adopt any children after she made the will in 2017?
No, sir.
Was she divorced after she made the will in 2017?
No.
So the will names you, Linda Leffel, and your sister, Deborah Kaminsky, to be independent executors. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
To your knowledge, is there any reason that you'd be disqualified from serving as an executor?
No.
You're not a convicted felon or anything like that.
No.
The will left property to you and your siblings. Is that correct?
Yes.
And how many are there?
There's 5 total.
Okay. The will didn't leave any property to the state or to any other governmental entity, did it?
No.
No charitable organizations or anything of that nature?
No, sir.
Is there a necessity to administer this estate and appoint executors in order to collect a life insurance policy that's payable to Donna Hebert's estate?
Yes.
And I'm looking in my office right now at a letter from Protective Life Insurance Company that shows the insured or annuitant is Donna Sue Hebert. Does that sound like the right insurance company?
Yes.
And every other asset was either passed outside of probate or was distributed before her death. Is that correct?
Yes.
And Donna didn't receive any Medicaid benefits prior to her death?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Are you asking that you and your sister Deborah be appointed as independent executors to serve without a bond per the will?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Your Honor, I pass this witness.
Okay, then, Ms. Kaminsky, I take it that if you were asked the same questions by Mr. Adams, that your answers would be the same?
Correct.
And you are not disqualified. You have not been convicted of a felony or a crime involving moral turpitude. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and have both of you read the proof of death and other facts that's been provided to you by Mr. Adams?
Yes.
Yes.
Every statement contained in those documents true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
Yes.
Okay, who is Ruth Diane Dwarnick?
Dwornik. She's a friend, a very good family friend.
Okay. All righty. So what you're going to do is you are going to sign your proof of death and other facts before a notary public, along with your oath. And you will, Mr. Adams will e-file those with the county clerk. When he does so, I'll sign the order admitting the will to probate and authorizing the county clerk to issue you as co-executors letters testamentary. Those will give you authority to marshal the assets of the estate, deal with financial institutions, insurance companies, and so forth. The Texas Estates Code. We're also going to send to Mr. Adams the ad for each of you. It explains the probate process and what your duties and responsibilities are. So make sure you take some time to read those and make sure that you cooperate with Mr. Adams in doing an inventory within 90 days of the date I signed the order. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Y'all have a great week, and I hope everything goes well.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Take
All
care.
right. Bye.
Bye.
Who's next? What about Mr. Fowler?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Sherlander and Mr. Bragg. John Gibson, Dana Lytle.
No, just Jason, John.
I've got Dana Lytle here with me.
Okay.
Oh, okay, thank you. All right, if you could put Mr. Lytle within the camera view. All right, good morning. If I get the witnesses to raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth so help you God?
Yes.
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 Okay, go right ahead.
Yeah, I'll start with Jason Patrizzi. Your name is Jason Michael Patrizzi, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And you're here on your application to be appointed as administrator of your brother's estate, Jordan Thomas Patrizzi, is that correct?
That's correct.
You read over this proof of death and other facts, is that correct?
Yes.
And everything in it's true and correct, is that correct?
Yes.
We're also here on the application to determine heirship, and Jordan had two children. They're almost adults now, 16 and 8, so almost 18. Is that right?
Correct.
Those are the only two children he ever had.
Yes.
He had one spouse. Well, he was not married at the time of his death, but he had been married. Is that correct?
Yes.
May have had more than one spouse. Did he have more than one?
No, just one.
Okay. In any event, the only thing in this estate is there's maybe a bank account, but the biggest thing is some insurance proceeds that were payable to the estate. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
That we need to get to his children.
Yes.
I pass the witness, John.
Any questions of this witness, Mr. Bragg? I've read your report.
No, sir, just judicial notice, is all I asked for. That's it.
So noted. Go right ahead, Mr. Shalander.
I'll call John Gibson. Your name's John Gibson, is that correct?
That's correct.
Mr. Gibson, have you had a chance to read over that statement of facts? And is everything in it true and correct?
It's true and correct.
You were familiar with Jordan's family history, and he's only had two kids, right?
Yes.
I pass the witness, Sean.
No questions. Move on. Go ahead.
And I'll call Dana Lytle. You're Dana Lytle, is that correct? You're a longtime family friend of Jordan and his family, is that correct?
Yes.
And have you read over that statement of facts, and is everything in it true and correct?
Yes.
That's all we have, John.
All righty. So, Mr. Patrizzi, once y'all have signed all of your proofs and return before a notary public and your oath and return that to Mr. Shalander, he'll e-file those with the county clerk. When he does that, I'll sign the order granting the administration of the estate. I'm going to send this to Mr. Shalander for him to send to you, for you to read and sign and return to the court, acknowledging your understanding of your duties as the administrator. And I will get those out quickly. And if y'all have any questions, let me know, Mr. Shalander, but I'll await the
Yes, sir. How much is the bond being set for?
probably $30,000 based on what I saw.
Okay, thank you.
I have one question. The oath, each witness needs to sign and have those notarized as well?
No, you sign the oath. You're the fiduciary of the
Okay.
estate, so you'll
I only
sign.
had one copy, that's why I was
Yeah.
asking.
The other witnesses will only sign their proof of death and their affidavit of fact concerning the identity of heirs.
Okay, thank you.
All righty.
I'll be in touch, Jordan.
All right, y'all
Okay.
take care.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Bragg.
You too.
Okay, do we have any more?
That is.
That's it. No,
Okay,
no,
Mr. Feller has not shown up.
no, sir.